So let's talk a little bit about proprioception. Proprioception is the ability of, or the input that our muscles and joints give to our brain so that the body and the brain know where we are in space. So really anything where we're weight bearing, we're doing proprioceptive work, where we're pushing against something where your joints, so think about your joints, the space between, your muscles and your bones, and you're getting some pressure or input into them. So you could even do, I could be pushing into my fingers, and that's proprioception because I'm giving some input to my joints and my muscles. So then my brain knows what's going on in my body. So, and where I am in my environment. And if I'm stepping on something or, I need to move around something, I need good proprioception. So a lot of our kiddos that have any like neurodevelopmental delays, if they had any delays in their milestones, if they crawled funny, a lot of them will have lower muscle tone. A lot of them will have poor coordination. Kids that have poor proprioception will be clumsy, might bump into things more, might bump into people, fall and trip more often than other kids. Be kind of that lanky kiddo that can't really control his body or her body very well. And you can see this disconnection between what the child wants to do and what the body is doing. Those are all delays in proprioception. And proprioception is actually gives us the biggest amount of sensory input to our body, because as we stand upright now, our body is constantly working against gravity. So gravity is this constant sensory input onto our body, and as we stand up, our postural muscles in our back and our neck, which are controlled through our proprioception, help us to fight against gravity to stay upright, obviously unless we're sleeping. So it gives us the most input throughout the day because that's the one input that's constantly there. So developing our proprioception is the most important sense that we can be doing to develop our brain. So consider a child that has low muscle tone or had delayed development, which 80% of kiddos with autism or a little bit more actually have gross motor delays. So they would be included in that. So they would have more core instability because they don't have this proprioception and core strength. If you don't have good core strength and understanding of where your muscles are, your head is going to be less stable. Your head is less stable, then your eyes cannot move the way that they're supposed to. So this we see again with all of our kiddos that have neurodevelopmental delays and other issues. When we do a tracking test or convergence test, their eyes jump, they can't follow, they can't keep their head still and follow with their eyes, and that's going to result in trouble with reading, trouble with writing, trouble with sports, just trouble with coordination because their eyes can't focus. Their eyes will only be able to focus and gaze where they want to if their head is stable. Their head and neck will only be stable if they're strong enough from their center. We need to be strong in our center, and this is for adults too. So adults need to be strong in their center for everything else to be working properly. So if you want to get your kiddo that is having trouble with any type of motor delay, motor skill, motor coordination, get them doing proprioceptive exercises. Simple things like crawling is proprioceptive. Gymnastics is great. So any type of push-ups and sit-ups and pull-ups and monkey bars, but not swinging. Swinging is not really proprioceptive. It is really vestibular, which is great. Vestibular stuff is good too, but balance, things that is putting input into your joints is the best type of input you could be getting to your child to help develop their brain and their cerebellum, which will help to develop their cerebral cortex. Let me know if you have any questions or thoughts. Thanks.